Number 8 is going to take a little bit of work. Earlier we had done a problem that switches from polar to rectangular, and now we're going to switch from rectangular to polar. So here it is in rectangular form with an x and a y, and the answer choices are r and theta. Each of them are r and theta all the way down. And so there is a way, which we did not do in class, but there is a way to convert from this to this. It's very cumbersome and honestly was not worth our time. But we do know how to convert from here to here. So let's do it. What we're going to do is just check each answer choice. We're just going to go with the good old guess and check method on this one. There's more than one way to do it, but this is the way we're going to approach it. So again, I said this on a previous problem. If you don't know this right here, you're going to be sunk. This one is, you better know this thing. I seriously doubt they're going to give you this. Actually, I am 98% sure they will not tell you that. You better know it. You better know it. Real quick, if you don't remember it, again, cosine corresponds to x, sine corresponds to y. If you forget that, they're in alphabetical order. X comes before y, c comes before s. R has to go in the front because that's the distance away from the origin that you are. You're multiplying by that. Okay, so real quick, we're going to convert this into rectangular coordinates. If we get that, then we'll be happy and we'll probably stop. So here goes. I'm just going to check answer choice A. I'm going to check it by doing x equals r cosine theta. I'm not going to write this out every time, but let's just keep going with it. Square root of 97 times the cosine of 66 degrees. And y is going to be r sine theta, which is the square root of 97 times sine of 66. Again, you could just type that in your calculator and you don't have to write it every time. But since I'm explaining it, I find it necessary to do that. One thing I need to say, and I've said it several times throughout this already, if you're watching them in order, you've probably caught it before. This involves trig. Every time something involves trig, you have to ask yourself, do they want radians or do they want degrees? It's very obvious what they want. They want degrees. Make sure your mode is correct. Okay? Here goes. Square root, oops, that's not it, is it? Here we go. Square root of 97 times the cosine of 66 is 4-ish. Okay, so sure enough, A is still a contender. So let's try it again. Let's change that to a sine. What I did was hit second and the enter key. It pulled up the last thing I typed. Second and enter pulls up the last entry. And then I was able to go back and edit it. Makes it easy. There we go. Wow, that rounds off to 9. Good grief, that was quick. That turns out to be approximately 4. That turns out to be very close to 9. 4, 9. Sure enough, we found it on the first try. That is exciting. There it is. If we didn't, we'd have to keep on going, but we found it.